Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Memorial Day on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. Police in Hazleton called to a home on Alter Street Sunday to reports of a shooting. According to police, a 35-year-old man whose name has not been released was getting ready for work as a security guard when his gun accidentally went off. The bullet went through a piece of furniture and a wall, striking the man's 13-year-old daughter. The man did have a permit for the gun. His daughter is recovering and she's expected to be okay. No charges have been filed at this time, pending an investigation by the Luzerne County District Attorney's Office. A man from the Philadelphia area lost his life in an early morning crash in Foster Township. State police say 45-year-old Michael Jensen was riding on an ATV on Olney Valley Road when he lost control, causing the vehicle to overturn. He was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, where he was later pronounced dead. A Hazleton woman has pleaded guilty to drug paraphernalia charges after a traffic stop back in 2017. 26-year-old Pamela Loriano Pena was stopped by police in the area of South Wyoming and Hawthorne Streets for traveling in the wrong direction in the early morning hours of April 26th. She was wanted by police at the time for failure to appear in court. Authorities found empty heroin packets, syringes, and other paraphernalia in the vehicle. She was charged on April 5th and pled guilty May 15th. People in the greater Hazleton area started their Memorial Day off by attending a mass and ceremony this morning at St. Gabriel's Cemetery on Poplar Street. Our Julie Stefanovich was there and has more on the story.
Residents in Hazleton gathered this morning at St. Gabriel Cemetery for an annual Memorial Day service. They came to honor the brave men and women who chose to serve our country and give the ultimate sacrifice. A mass was led by Father Mariusz Bezik of Holy Annunciation Parish, who reminds attendees that through death comes eternal life.
We first and foremost remember all those who gave up their lives, sacrificed their lives for our freedom. But also, as we come here today to celebrate this Eucharist, we remember members of our families, our friends who passed away, who are buried here at this cemetery or any other cemetery. And we come here today with this faith, with this belief in the Paschal mystery. Yes, they died, and yes, all of us are going to die. What our faith teaches us, what our faith proclaims is, death is not the end. After death, there is resurrection and eternal life.
Many celebrate the Memorial Day holiday weekend by hosting cookouts and attending outdoor activities. But Memorial Day is also a time to reflect and remember those who gave all.
I think today's service is very important that you remember those that have gone before us. You know, some gave some and lots gave all, some gave all. It's something that you need to do. It's not, the weekend is not just about holiday picnics and family get-togethers. If you look behind me, you see the flags on the graves. These are the people that gave us the freedom we have today, and we need to take time and remember why we're here, to remember those people.
Attendees in today's service were joined by the Hazleton Fire Department and the American Legion Post 76. It was a community effort to remember the soldiers lost and the loved ones they left behind.
I'd like to tell everybody, have a good holiday weekend and stay safe, but remember that Memorial Day is not just about picnic, it's remember those that have gone before us, and also keep those that are in harm's way still fighting for us to keep our freedom, that are in overseas now, currently, our men and women in the military, and keep them in your thoughts and prayers also.
It is also a reminder to thank the veterans for their service to our country, not only on Memorial Day, but year-round. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
And now we travel to Freeland's Memorial Day festivities, where our Julia Wiegand has more on their annual parade and ceremonies.
Freeland American Legion Post 473 and the Freeland Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 5010 hosted Freeland's annual Memorial Day Parade and memorial rites at its post home and Freeland Public Park today. The early hours began with the American Legion and Veterans of Foreign Wars color guards and rifle squads visiting the grave sites of fallen veterans at all area cemeteries and memorial plots. The street parade, following the Legion's and VFW's services, formed on Center Street and was under the direction of Post 473 Adjunct Paul Thomas.
Everything I felt went well. The weather was great. Unfortunately, our commander couldn't be with us. He had a commitment. He had a grandson graduating. But with the exception of that, we had a very good turnout at the veterans for the cemeteries. And as you could see, the public, they supported us well.
The traditional advancement of the wreaths also took place at the Freeland Public Park Memorial. The Killed in Action wreath was advanced by Richard Karpowicz and Jackie Getz in honor of their son, Master Sergeant Paul Karpowicz, who was killed in Iraq on December 21, 2004. The POW MIA wreath was advanced by Andy Preet in honor of his grandfather, Private Gordon Fisher, an Army POW from World War II, and all our POW MIAs from all wars.
Celebrating Memorial Day is just like they say in General Logan's orders. It's about those that have passed when they were fighting in battle, and then the orphans and widows they left behind. That we need to continue to honor those people and make sure they're never forgotten.
This year, Troop 473 will be celebrating its 100th anniversary on October 12th.
I'm very proud of it. Like I say, I remember the old Legionnaires and VFW guys coming out, and it brings back good memories thinking they're the guys that started it.
Remarks were also given by State Representative Gerald Mullery and Freeland Mayor John Buda. Special readings and the presentation of certificates of appreciation were also given for heroism awards and certificates of commendation. Reporting in Freeland for Wyln News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
And those attending the annual Memorial Day Parade in another Luzerne County community were greeted by the faces of 58 veterans. Banners with photos of the veterans, their name and branch were hung on the streets throughout the borough of Whitehaven, which followed the path of the annual parade. Organizers were not sure how the idea of the banners would be received, but it wasn't long once the word got out that many families came forward to have the opportunity to honor their loved ones. In fact, the response has been so overwhelming that organizers expect to take orders for more banners for Whitehaven sometime in the fall. Those banners are along Main, Church, Lehigh, and Towanda Streets in Whitehaven and Route 437. Coming up on WYLN News, some area beaches were able to greet swimmers today, plus Luzerne County Council back to work tomorrow evening. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. A few showers possible this evening, the overnight low 56, and tomorrow, those thunderstorms return. We'll be right back.
All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is honored to serve you. And this month, we're honoring those who have served us during the Bigger Things sales event. Lease a new 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn 4x4 for just $269 a month. Learn more at allamericanjeep.net.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas.
But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Came home from vacation and I knew something was brewing. They diagnosed me with pancreatic cancer. I thought I was doomed. I really did.
After reviewing the scans, we looked at his tumor and we knew that we can treat it.
Trust the leading cancer care experts at Lehigh Valley Cancer Institute to give you hope and more, with access to more clinical trials and advanced treatment options.
I have a new lease on life. I'm cancer-free.
Save now on a vehicle that blends city style with wilderness spirit. It's the Jeep Celebration event at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get outside in a new Jeep Wrangler Sport 4x4 starting at $33,799. Learn more at allamericanjeep.net.
There was some good news for people wanting to get out and enjoy the great outdoors this Memorial Day holiday weekend. The beaches at Locust Lake and Tuscarora State Parks reopened for swimming this past Saturday after they'd been closed down last week. The water tests came back unacceptable. Also, today, Fish for Free Day throughout the Commonwealth. Even if you don't have a license, you can still cast your line and enjoy some free fishing. Over 40 million motorists hit the road for this long holiday weekend, and here in Pennsylvania, PennDOT released a new tool to help people navigate better. Those who travel by motor vehicle can now use PennDOT's historic holiday traffic page. The site lets motorists check on traffic conditions, average speeds, and the best times to travel. PennDOT also suspended numerous construction projects and lane closures so that holiday travelers could make it to their destinations without the hassle of road work. You can view the holiday traffic page at 511pa.com. After the holiday weekend, it's back to work tomorrow for many, and that includes Luzerne County Council. Tomorrow evening is a first look. That first look will be at the proposed 2020 to 22 capital plan proposed by County Manager David Pedri. According to the county charter, it must be presented by June 1st. This year, it's expected to contain upgrades to the county-owned parking garage on Water Street, installing security cameras on county-owned properties, and upgrading computers, among others. The total, close to $2 million. It will be up to council to approve some, all, or none of the projects proposed. And Luzerne County Council planning to hit the road once again. A tentative schedule has been released of upcoming on-the-road meetings. With the success of last year's off-site meetings, council members decided to do it again. The meetings allow for people who normally cannot participate in regular meetings held at the county courthouse to come out and address county council in their own neighborhoods. Council must approve the off-site meeting schedule before it takes effect, and that item is in Tuesday's agenda. The tentative schedule has stops listed in Pittston, Nanticoke, Lehman Township, and a meeting in Hazel Township. That would be on October 22nd in the Municipal Building. Luzerne County Council's next meeting tomorrow, Tuesday, May 28th, 6 p.m. at the County Courthouse on River Street. Coming up on Lehigh Township's News Choice, did you hear the bells today? We'll tell you where they rang for the first time in 20 years. Plus, the Lackawanna County Heritage Fair kicks off this Wednesday, and details are coming up on Community and You. Stay with us.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer is more than just a great place to grab six-packs to go. You can also enjoy great draft beer, including their exclusive Three Ornina milk stouts. Take it to go in a crowler, or mix and match bottles of your favorite craft beers. Or just cool down with one of their slushies. Check out the Georgetown Pulp Fare menu, including their Flight and Bites with your choice of sauces and 5-ounce draft beers. Stop in and play Keno or other Pennsylvania Lottery games. Don't forget to check out their website and Facebook for tasting events. Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer in Wilkes-Barre Township, right next to the Big Cow.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Welcome to Community and You. We're getting ready for the inaugural Lackawanna County Heritage Fair that Armand, when's it coming?
May 29th through June 2nd of this year.
Okay, so it's going to be where, Dom?
Montage Mountain.
And it is going to be action-packed. It starts on a Wednesday, and you have 2 stages. How does that work?
We have an upper campus and a lower campus. The upper campus is basically a portion of the parking lot, if you're familiar with Montage Mountain. There's a parking lot, and the part of the parking lot that is closest to the cul-de-sac, the turnaround at the top of the hill, will be where the upper campus is. The lower campus will be the lodge, the ski sail shop, the water rides, the chairlift. Actually, even the zip line will be available for people who want to pay the upcharge for.
And just a quick reminder, how much to get in, Dom?
$10.
And that's for everything except the zip line?
Everything except the zip line.
Including the things that Montage Water Park has?
Correct. Full use of the water park, the chairlift ride, and of course the fair, the amusement fair, the park, free parking. That's all included in the $10.
Okay, now these gentlemen have brought all kinds of information, and I have to tell you, put an asterisk by this, because the first thing is things can change.
Correct.
Because you're still looking for people.
We're still looking for acts. We have a few slots to fill, particularly heritage-related acts.
Okay.
But also what we're finding out is that sometimes a vendor or a performer might have an unanticipated conflict and have to call us and obviously cancel. And then in a situation like that, we're looking to fill in the empty slot.
Now, the most important thing is keep an eye on the web page and the Facebook information that we've been showing you on the screen, because you'll get all the specifics, but these are just some of the people. You ready? Stanky and the Coal Miners, the Paramounts, John Stevens Polka Band, the Irish Balladeers, Joe Stanky and the Cadets. There is the Longo Brothers, who you might know better as?
The Poets.
Absolutely. And they are going to bring along who?
An Elvis impersonator. He's around 16 years old, from the Abingtons area in Lackawanna County.
So that ought to be very interesting. And we also have Ken McGraw is going to be there. You've probably heard him if you've been at the PNC Field. They have, who else? Flaxie Morgan. The Wannabes are going to be there. Now, that's all on the upper stage.
And Popstar Drive will also be there.
Popstar Drive. All right. Then we have the, I lost my list. Oh, here it is. Now, interesting about the lower stage, Dom, that is going to be a lot of information heritage.
It is. We're going to have many different informational folks. On the lower stage, we're going to have like the Irish ballet. We're going to have the Kathy, and I don't even know how to say her name. I don't want to butcher it. Zinsky Revolution, and that type of entertainment down below.
And they're going to talk about Rocky Glen Park for a lot of the people that have been there. Then, as far as vendors are concerned, what about some of the vendors and some of the food?
Well, we have two in particular I want to mention that they're not selling food, fortunately, but they are important contributors to the community. That would be our Griffin Pond Animal Shelter, which is our animal shelter in Lackawanna County, and the Electric City Aquarium. I don't know if anyone has been to the aquarium. I was there just over Easter with some of my grandchildren, and it's a beautiful facility. They are going to have a mobile display at the fair.
Oh.
So I want to mention those two in particular, but we have a wide variety of vendors participating. We have several wineries, local wineries.
And that in itself is a big draw because, again, they're local wineries.
Right, six or seven.
And then we also have some of the other heritage things that are down. See, this is a whirlwind. It really is. Dom, what do we have over in the other
lodge?
In the lodge.
Yeah, we have some interest displays by the Anthracite Heritage Museum. We're going to have the Steamtown National Historic Society. We're going to have the Scranton Historical Society, Lackawanna County 4-H, and then we have the library system and Taylor Library will take the front of that because it's close to them, and they'll have a table with displays and conversation and things of that nature all day long. The Scranton Culture Center will be there.
So let's put it this way, whether you are looking for the heritage entertainment at one area or whether you're looking for the other entertainment and the traditional things. Oh, and don't forget the rides.
Correct. Swanka Amusements out of Scott Township will be providing the rides. We'll have several mega rides there. And we hope, we're having our fingers crossed on this. This is one of those, like you said before, you never know when it can change. But they just had a Ferris wheel shipped from Europe. It's in the western part of the state being assembled. If the engineering diagrams can catch up so that it passes inspection, it will be the North American debut of that particular ride at the fair. If not, we'll have another one, but we're hoping to get that one.
So we're really talking inaugural all the way around here. I'm exhausted, and this has only been about 6 minutes. Imagine how you're going to feel. Don't forget, check the website, check the Facebook page. All of the information will be there. Make sure you have the dates. And something else?
We have pre-sale tickets. They could literally save $2 if they go online and buy them now.
See that?
It's $8 then.
See? So it only gets better. Yeah. And if we get more information, we'll pass it along to you from Community and You. Woo! I'm beat.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown Hometown Village Square.
Pocono Raceway is summertime, where the kids are free, where fans become friends, where good times roll, and the racing is always a little tricky. Bring your friends, bring your family, just bring it, Pocono style. New this year, the Great Pocono Raceway Air Show.
This week on Talking NEPA, I'm joined by Lori Lassant, the president of Community Services for Sight. We learn all about this wonderful organization that does so much for the visually impaired in our area. And we also learned that they do more than just provide a few services. All about Community Services for Sight this week on Talking NEPA.
Bells rang out for the first time in over 2 decades at a Carbon County school. A clock company recently worked on the tower at the Mrs. Charles M. Schwab School in the borough of Weatherly. And today, people had the chance to hear the bells chime in more than 20 years. The school was given to the borough back in 1901 by billionaire Charles Schwab as a gift to his wife's hometown of Weatherly. It was bought by a nonprofit group back in January 2017 to be renovated and revitalized. An event will be held tomorrow in Wilkes-Barre to help children prevent the summer slide. The United Way of Wyoming Valley held a recent children's book drive that collected 11,000 books from businesses and community organizations. On Wednesday, May 29th, students at Wilkes-Barre's Kistler Elementary School will have the opportunity to get up to 6 free books so they can read and stay sharp during the upcoming summer months. Students in grades kindergarten through 5th grade who read all 6 books during the summer will then be eligible to participate in an ice cream party come September. That book fair will be held on Wednesday at Kistler Elementary on Old River Road in Wilkes-Barre from 10 until noon. Special guests include Tux from the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins and Champ from the Rail Riders will also be on hand, visiting with the students. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.